Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Sylvia. Sylvia is a girl who has vision, who has dreams, and is willingly ready to showcase the journey with you all. Feel at home and feel welcome. On today's video, we are doing a video about what happened after the death of my father, what changes happened in my life, and what changes are still happening in my life. So let's get started. As usual, I have my points in my notebook. This is my workbook, my work notebook. So point number one. So after the loss of my father, I became very protective of my mother. I repeat, I became very protective of my mother. So basically, we are three girls: me, my older sister, and my younger sister, and then my mom. So before it was my dad and the four of us, but now my father is no more. I'm the middle kid. I'm named after my mother's mom. So I typically became a mother. I became so protective. I remember even when she was going outside, when she was dressing up and going somewhere, I'll be like, Mom, where are you going? Mom, you went yesterday. Mom, you always go, you always leave us, you always leave us. Mom, where are you going? Don't go. It reached a point where I used to cry when she's going somewhere. I used to cry even when she was going somewhere because I felt like no one should come near my mother, especially if I saw any man close to my mother. That man could have answered to me, why are you near my mother? What do you want from her? Do you know she has children? Do you know she just lost her husband? Can you let her breathe? It reached a point where it became so bad. It used to affect me mentally, such that when a visitor comes to our home and that visitor is a male, my mood will change from 100 to 0. I don't know. I used to feel like this man wants to take my mom. She wants to fall in love with her. She has just lost her husband. She has children. Let her be. Let her rest. It was so crazy, and it affected both of us mentally, both my mom and I, because now my mom is wondering what is wrong with my child. And then she knows that the daughter is grieving. Maybe that's how she's grieving. She doesn't know what to do to her. She doesn't know what to tell her. But it reached a point, Mama Angu, she sat me down and told me, listen, this is what is happening, and this is how you've been behaving, and it is affecting both of us in this, and this. You need to change. So I really became very protective. Up to date, I'm still protective of her, wondering. But over the years, I can say I have learned to let her go. I remember last year on her birthday, I told her, Mom, my birthday gift to you is that I am letting you go. I release you to the world. So that was really challenging at that point because I really wanted to be close to my mom. This is a child who has lost her father. Now the only parent is her mom. So I wanted to be near my mom, to be close to her. Where she goes, I want to go with her. I was so clingy. But anyway, it has changed. Nowadays, I have released her. She can go wherever she is. Nowadays, I'm even telling her, Mom, you go. You don't have anywhere to go today, you go. So that was number one thing that changed. I was not like that. But now, anyways, number two, one thing that changed is yearning for a man's love, yearning for a male figure love. My father died when I was 15. 15 to like 18 is the climax of puberty, and remember, a daughter's first love is her father. The first man you know as a daughter growing up, that is your first love. Now I have lost my first love, and I have lost him at a point where I want to experience love. I want to know what love is. I want to know how a woman is shown love. So that is what I lost at that time. And growing up to date, literally up to date, I feel comfort, I feel secure when I'm talking to men. Even most of my friends, most of my circle, they're actually male friends. Guys, it's not willingly. Si kupenda kwangu jamani, yani ni kujipata. Yani I really became intentionally, I became intentionally wanting to be near men, wanting to hear them talk, wanting to hear them advise me, wanting to hear them, what are they going to tell me? That is what I am still dealing with up to date. But nowadays it's not that tough, it's a bit, it's not that severe, it's a bit mild. At least I can say I have added some women in my circle who we can talk, and I still love. And it's very, very important, by the way, if you're watching this and you're a father to a daughter, it's very important to show affection and love to that daughter. Most of the time, many girls who are dating older men, wababa, if you look at their background, most of them, they lack fatherly or manly love. Either their father was not present or they lost their dad. Why? Because this girl is looking for attention. You know how older men, they give attention, they treat you like their child. So when a girl is going to baba, the act of, you know how older men, obviously they have money, they give a lot. So that giving is what a girl wants to be given, because they didn't experience that when growing up. You know, sometimes when you want to borrow your mom something, and then your mom tells you, go and ask your father. So that is what that girl is feeling. So normally when you see these girls Sakana or Baba, if you look at their background, they didn't have fatherly or manly love, and that is what they are yearning for. So it affected me, it still does affect me, and it even affects your relationship. Most women who their relationship don't even last for 2 months, if you look at their background, they are lacking, they didn't have their fatherly or a manly love in their background, and their father was not there, because this girl wants attention, this girl wants to be taken care of, this girl wants to be seen, this girl wants to be any. And most of the time, most men cannot offer that. So you realize that when a girl doesn't feel that affectionate and love from that relationship, she walks away. It has affected me big. When I say big, I'm a victim of that, but we're still working on it. And also, by the way, if you didn't have a father growing up, it's so easy for you to fall in love. Sisi ndio malava girls, we fall in love so easily. Why? Because we look, whenever we feel safe and secure, that is where we want to be, to stay. Whenever when a man shows us security, we want to stay there. And most of the time, these men, but anyways, so we are still learning, we are still working on that, and I can say we have come from far, we are learning. Number 3, what changed is that I had guilt of failing my father's wishes. The guilt of failing my father's wishes. Now, listen, my father had 3 girls. My father was an activist of learned women. He used to say marriage is no achievement. Marriage is an achievement, I tell you. But my father was first be educated, and then the rest will follow. I remember there used to be a section on Citizen News every Saturday, Strength of a Woman, and the host was Lillian Muli. And I remember my father telling us to sit there and listen and look at that woman. And he used to believe if a man can do it, you can also do it. And he used to say, you don't need to be the lowest, you can also be the top. I remember there was this woman, what is her name, a governor of Kirinyaga County. Her name is, I don't remember, and Oh my God, the lessons we have learned through that woman, tuko tumeketishwa mahali hivi, there are a lot, because he really wanted us to be top, to be on top. And he used to say, in this world, you can be whatever you want. If you want to be the president of Kenya, you can be. If you want to be the president of the whole world, if there's something like that, you can be. And he believed nothing is impossible as long as you put in effort. So, having such a background, now growing up after his loss, you're left with that. You can do it, you can achieve it, you can achieve it. But sometimes you feel you don't have the morale, you don't have the motivation. So the guilt that comes after that, you will wonder, no, if my dad was here and then I tell him how I'm feeling, how will he take it? What will he tell me? So that guilt is still there. I don't know if anyone has that guilt. You can write it down. The guilt of fearing fearing not to achieve their desires, because his desires was us to be top, to achieve. Yani, my father used to tell you can even do 10 courses and work on them because you have the ability. The limit is the sky. So I'm still fighting that guilt of failing my father's wishes. Sometimes it's not easy, sometimes it's hard, but we have to push through it and to allow ourselves to know that sometimes our plans don't go as we plan. Yani, we can plan, but God, he already saw it kitambo sana than you did. So that is something I'm still working on up to date. Number 5, over the years I have learned to accept his death. For such a long time, I didn't internalize ama interpret that my father is normal. Yani, physically I know he's not is normal, but mentally I still think he's here. I remember I used to wake up and think, what if I wake up today and I find him sleeping on their bed? What if I wake up today and I find him somewhere walking? Yani, I didn't believe he's normal until few months ago is when I actually accepted whether your father is normal, and you have to move on. And I want to tell you, it's okay to be in that situation, because we say time heals. Time heals, and with time you realize that you have accepted, you are now in good terms with the fact that your father is normal, and you can now move on with your life. Because the day I accepted he's normal is when I was able to move on with my life. And this is so bad, because remember, you think what you see and you dream what you think. So the moment you start thinking of your lost loved one, ama your lost father, you realize that even when you sleep, you'll be dreaming of them. And I heard that it's not right to dream with people who are dead. It's not right. So you see, you think, you dream. So at that period when I didn't accept, I used to dream a lot with my father. I will even dream his arm grew back. I will dream he has dropped me to school. I would have a lot of dreams about him, and I came to realize that the reason why I'm dreaming with him is because I'm thinking about him a lot. Guys, kama ameenda and there's no turning back. But what we have to remind ourselves every time is that they may not be here physically, but they are here spiritually. They are always around us. So that is something I have learned to accept. Another thing I am still battling with is the fear of losing someone. Guys, not really someone, but someone I know, someone I love, and someone we share something together. For example, a sibling, another parent, a friend, a lover, a loved one, I fear, because I don't imagine me going back to the same place I was back then 5 6 years ago. That is something I don't want to imagine again. Although death is inevitable, and death is inevitable, and it is our destiny. Sisi wote twaelekea hapo, that's our destiny. But hey, I fear losing someone, and even the thought of me thinking that I'm going to lose someone, no, I'm still fighting that, but it's going to get better with time. Another thing I have learned is that another thing I'm still learning is now knowing my place in the society. Knowing my place, knowing my category. Remember, the moment you lose someone, or you lose your husband, you lose your wife, you lose your father and your mother, the society won't view you the same. Especially if you lose your husband and you were a beautiful woman. Now the society thinks that now this woman is gonna start stealing our husband. So even when you lose your father, the society doesn't see you the same. I remember people used to think maybe you can change your behavior from good to bad. Maybe you won't be respecting your parents. Maybe any society has a lot of expectations from you. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something today. When you lose someone, when you lose a loved one, a fellow close someone, number one, those people have gone and they will never come back. Everyone is destined to die. It's just that they have just gone earlier than us. Number two, those people will never come back. What has remained of them is memories. Now, do not allow your values to be affected with their death. What am I saying? For example, you were a very nice girl, respectable, but now when your father has died, you change. You become quite the opposite. Do not allow that to happen to you, because these people have gone, they have lived their part, and it's your time to live your part. So don't allow their death to affect you morally. Still remain with the same principles you had, because the society, they are looking at you with eyes. They want to see, now because their father has gone, how will they live? Will they manage? Let's see if their mother will handle them. Let's see if these children were behaved because they had both their mother and their father. Let's see how now, because their father is no more, how are they going to behave? Guys, listen, these people have died and they're not coming back, and we are left. Let their legacy, let what they taught us remain with us. So that is something I'm still learning to do, to not to inaitwaje kwa society. Do not let the society's thoughts ama the expectations be your reality. Confuse them. Confuse the society and let them know that what died, and what they left in us is still in us. Nanshika. Another thing is, when you lose someone, you don't remain the same. Something changes in you. Remember, we say that I am made of half my mother and half my father, right? But now my father is no more, meaning that a part of me has gone, mythically, but not really the case. But you won't be the same. You are now fatherless. You have no, if you are 5, now you are 4. So a lot, and then you have gone through a lot of mental and emotional crisis. You won't be the same. Something will change of you. I remember, for me, what changed, but I'm still learning to bring it back. My motivation and my morale moved from 100 to 0 after I lost my father. Yani, I remember even in school, I was in high school back then. I remember my grades started going down because my morale and my motivation disappeared, and that really messed me up, especially in my final year, because now it's recovering whatever I didn't put effort in. It was not easy, but luckily I was able to manage it. I'm still managing it up to date. So I can say I'm somewhere. My morale is slowly coming back, my esteem is slowly coming back, because I used to say if I work so hard, my father will be very happy. And when I show him, he will be very happy. But now, because he is gone, why am I even working hard for? For what? Remember, these people are not here physically, but spiritually, they are always with us. They are all, even as I talk right now, his spirit will always be roaming around me. Why? Because if you believe in, if you are spiritual, you know what dies is the body, and then the soul is what remains. So guys, don't change completely. It's okay to change, but change in a positive way. Don't change in a negative way. Another thing that changed is triggering any some things. Eh, kizungu imekataa. What change is that being triggered by sad things. For example, I cannot listen to sad songs, especially songs that are talking about sorrows and who died. I cannot, because the moment I listen to sad songs, I will start breaking down immediately. Number two that triggers me is hearing someone has died or someone is sick. That will trigger me, and I will start melting down. Oh my god, I'm longing for the day that will stop. If that the day that will stop, nitaweka billboard. Nitaweka billboard. I have overcome the sad trigger, because it's not easy, especially when you go to somewhere and they are talking about sad things, and then you start remembering. It's not a good thing, but I'm still working on it. Guys, that is what I had. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please tell me, and if you want such videos, kindly tell me. This is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Bye.